Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Today we're talking about RoundHill's WPAY, and I'm also going to share with you guys the small account that I'm growing from scratch that I plan to use to pay my rent here in Asia in the future, but it's been going through some changes lately, so I'm going to share all that stuff with you guys in today's video. So firstly, let's have a look at my portfolio really fast, and I'll go through that, and then we'll get into WPAY, and then we'll get into the portfolio's performance and stuff in the past, so you guys can get an idea what's been going on in this portfolio and what I'm doing in it, because I'm making some changes and kind of starting stuff from scratch. So let's get into that. I'm going to record the screen for you guys. I'm sorry, my voice is kind of messed up. I feel fine, but the weather's been crazy here. It's been really hot one day, really cold the next. Then it's bright and sunny, then it's rainy. It's just back and forth, all kind of crazy weather. So it's got my throat messed up a little bit of chest congestion or something, but I feel okay. So anyway, let's record the screen. 3, 2, 1, bam. Okay, so this small portfolio is in Webull. So I'm gonna open this up and I'll refresh it for you guys. So this is about 8 o'clock in the morning here in China, and this is what's today? This is Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. So first of all, let's go look here at the portfolio actual balance. Right now, it's $4,390. Now, I usually put about $300 per month in this portfolio, just about whatever YouTube pays me. I might round it up or round it down or whatever to the next nearest round number, and I put that money in. So if you look here at my transfers, you can see on the first of the month, at the very bottom down there, I deposited $300. And I do this pretty much the next month, $300. So I pretty much do this every single month, around $300. So right now, it's $4,390. And I have, if you put it, I put at the very top, you can see the cash balance there is $639. Okay, so down below at the bottom, you can see I do have 2 positions. So let's go look at these 2 positions, XDTE and WPAY. And I'll share some stuff with you guys about that here in a minute on the website. But XDTE, this one, you can see some people have said the performance wasn't good, but I like it. If you scroll back, I'll just show you guys this. See how it's going up and up and up, straight up. Now, I'll go back even further so you guys can see. See, it was up high. And this big drop here is when we had the terrible tariff news, when the whole stock market dropped, not just XDTE. But then you can see the recovery. Look, it's got a V-shaped recovery. It looks like this. You see the chart? It's recovered quite well, and it's doing pretty well. So those who said it doesn't recover very well, I don't really believe that, because you can see it on the chart. It's going straight up. So anyway, if you look at my account, I've got 81 shares in this account, and you can see my average cost was $44.03. So this is positive on the market return, and I have received dividends from this. So the next one I have is WPAY, which is the brand new fund from RoundHill that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. I didn't get very many of these though. You see it's $54.20 right now, and I actually purchased this at $50.78, but I only got 3 shares. I wasn't sure about it at the time, but I wanted to do so. Anyway, I plan to get more, but we're going to talk about this fund here in just a bit. And then lastly, really fast, I'll share with you guys my last dividend payment. See the dividend payment for the last 5 days there. If you go to, I'll just say 0. If I go to dividends, okay, you can see on the 13th, which was Friday, this paid me $17.05 this Friday. So I did receive a payment this week. Well, last week, I'll get 2 this week. I'll get 1 on Wednesday and 1 on Friday. So anyway, what I want to do now, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about WPAY and some of these RoundHill funds. And then I'm going to share with you some of the past performances of this particular portfolio and share with you all the crap that I had and sold and all that stuff. So I'm going to record the screen on my computer because it's just much easier to see. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Bam. Okay, so here we are on the RoundHill website. So if you want to know about any of these RoundHill ETFs, you can go to the website. If you're interested in something else, YieldMax, something like that, just go to their website. But here's the site up here at the top, RoundHill ETFs. So RoundHill Investments. If you go down here, this is the home page, right? And you can see they've got a few of the ETFs listed here. And then right here, you can see the different types. They have themes. So your metaverse and all the Mag 7, all that crap. Income, weekly, core, leveraged, and then this coming soon stuff. But if you just scroll to the bottom really fast down here, you can see on the footer of the website, you see ETFs, and they have a list here of all the ETFs that they have. They're like literally all listed here at the bottom. And the newest one is at the very bottom, which is WPAY, which is the one I want to talk to you guys about really quick. So if you click on WPAY here, you can see all the information about WPAY. So on the right-hand side, you can see right now the distribution rate is 52.97%. So on 53% distribution, pretty good. Here's some quick information about it. You can look here, weekly distribution, right? Pays each and every single week. Diversification, that just means it's like a basket, right? It's got several different stocks or ETFs inside of it. So it's not just one single stock. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. And then you see the rebalancing monthly. So they try to keep it as equal weight as possible. What that means is if they have 10 funds there, for example, they try to keep all of them at 5%. And when one grows and goes up and gets out of balance, they might sell a few shares and try to get the balance back down where everything's about the same percent. So that's all that means. If you go to the details, there's a bunch of numbers here that identify the stock on the stock market and expense ratios and all that stuff. If you go down here to the holdings, this might be important for some of you guys if you're interested. This just shows what's actually inside of WPAY. So all of these things are in it. You have AVGO, Google, Tesla, Palantir, et cetera, et cetera. You guys can go here and check this out. But here's the ticker symbol of the stocks or ETFs that are actually inside of WPAY. So, all these here, these are what's inside of this fund. And then lastly, it's got the weight. So you can see the actual weight of each thing in there. So you can see down here, a lot of these like 6.5%, 6.5. So I guess they started everything at 6.5%. And then, at the top, you have some of these who have been on fire lately and been going up and growing. So you can see they got a little bit out of weight. So supposedly, every month they'll try to rebalance this weight. So down here, the performance, which isn't going to be much here, but you guys can check all this stuff out later when it's actually been on the market for a while. Then you've got the distributions. So like I said, this pays weekly. You can see it's right there, weekly. And it says the distribution rate and the yield. It'll all show up here eventually once this fund is a little bit older. But here's the calendar, so you can see exactly when you're going to get paid, right? So the pay dates are here on the right-hand side. And you can see this is each and every single Wednesday. So WPAY is going to pay us on Wednesday. If you're not sure what this other stuff is, I can explain it really quick, really fast. Declaration date. This is just the date that they announce how much money they're going to pay you. So on Monday, they're going to tell you, okay, on Wednesday we're going to pay you this much money. They tell you that on Monday, right? And so if you want to get paid this week for this stock, you will need to own it by Monday, right? Which right now this is Tuesday, so it's too late to get paid this week. But if you want to get paid next week, a good time to buy would have been today because the price would have came out, right? The X date, what that means, that's the date this distribution actually comes out of the stock. So for example, say on Monday, it's trading at $55 and they say, we're going to pay you 50 cents. On Tuesday, the stock's going to be, $49.50 because 50 cents came out of the stock because they're going to use that 50 cents to pay you. And then, it might go back up, it might go down, it might do whatever the market's doing that day. But that's the X date is the day they actually take the money that they're going to pay you out of the stock and prepare it to send out to you, which is the pay date. Okay, so lastly, the distribution history. So it's all here. You can see, so on the 17th, which is tomorrow, they're going to pay 54 cents. So the first payment, 54 cents. And you can see the last 12 months. This chart will get smaller and all the every month's distribution will be on here in this bar chart. And then lastly, have some details here. You can just download these and read them if you want. So you can download the prospectus and read it and learn all about how they manage this fund and all that other stuff. It's all inside of there. There's a summary one because the real prospectus is really long, like a bunch of pages, a bunch of complicated language. It's hard to understand. So you can read the summary in short to get, the most important details out of it without reading so much jargon and lingo. And then some tax information. So you just download all these and you can read them. Then, some frequently asked questions, et cetera, et cetera. So if you're interested in any of this stuff or any of these other ETFs, just go to the website, click on it, and then it'll open up and show all the same information I just showed you. See the holdings, the distributions, et cetera, et cetera. You can just go click on all that and see what's going on. And you can see they have the charts here with all the distributions. So anything you're interested in, it's all down there at the bottom of the website. Check that out. Now, lastly, the past performances portfolio. This is my spreadsheet where I track all the stuff. Now, right now, I don't know why, but Google seems to be having some problem with recognizing WPAY. I guess because it's new, but it should show up eventually, hopefully. But it's got all that, most of the information here for the other stock I have. This one will show up eventually. But right now, the performance, you can see the market return is good, total return is good. And I just showed you the real portfolio in my phone. The market return on WPAY is also positive. Total return will be the same because I haven't received the payment yet, so nothing changed there. The dividend log. Now I'll share this with you guys. So this year so far, you can see I have sold positions because I sold a bunch of stuff off here. But these are all the money I made from positions I sold, and this was the monthly total. So my rent here is $200, by the way. So you got $230, $199, $194, $173, $275. So I made pretty much enough to cover the rent for most of the months. This month will not do that because I sold off some of the high yield stuff I had. You can see so far, these are brand new in this portfolio, and just kind of starting from scratch with these two positions to show y'all how I'm going to grow this. And lastly, the sold positions. If I show you this, you can see all the positions that I had that I actually sold. We had QDTE, YMAX, Tesla, NVIDIA, YBTC, Misty, et cetera, et cetera. I bought some of these and resold them. So that's what I had here. And the approach wasn't working very well because it was like a bunch of different stocks. I had too many, over diversified. And then on top of that, another problem was the NAV. And it's like this YMAX and Tesla and NVIDIA were bleeding badly. Misty was doing okay at the time. And then when we had the tariff stuff come out, you can see I sold it right around that time because I knew a drop was coming. Anyway, I ended up getting back in when it was going up, and I rode that wave up, and then I sold it again right before this big drop we had recently because I noticed it was going down, and I seen it was going to start bleeding really bad, so I sold it, and I got rid of my high yielder and changed my mind about Alti. And then I picked up this HOW, and I changed my mind about that too because right when I picked this up, like one day later, they announced WPAY, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go with WPAY instead of just one single stock. So I went ahead and sold this to prepare to buy WPAY. So that's what happened there. And, like right now, I just have these two positions, and I'm looking to add another one. I got $600 and some cash to deploy. So we're going to start putting that money out there very soon and try to pick up some more stocks so I can make enough to pay the rent here again. And then lastly, what else do I want to tell you guys? That's really all I got to tell you guys. I'm just kind of holding off on spending the money because, the market's been going up and up and up. Everything's at all-time highs. And even though the rate cuts are coming, I believe this might be one of those buy the rumor, sell the news events. And I think when Jay Powell gives his little talk, when he does the rate cut and all that stuff, the talk is what usually moves the markets. And we don't know what he's going to say. But if the rate cut is 25 basis points, I think there's going to be a pullback in the market because I think people are already expecting it. But if it's, a 50 basis point rate, it's going to be a party. But I don't think it's going to happen. But if it does happen, that'd be great. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm expecting a pullback. I may be wrong, but I'm expecting a pullback. So anyway, a bunch of stuff down below. Check all that crap out. And see you guys on the next video.